I began nursing because of my mum. I began on critical care because I knew help was needed.
I started my nurse training in 1991, 30 years ago actually this year. It's been really, really tough working on the intensive care unit during the pandemic. This last wave has been, I think, the worst actually. My name is Jocelyn.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn. I'm a first year student nurse. I'm working on critical care and I'm absolutely loving it. My eyes have been opened across all areas. I can't believe what I see day in, day out. When I started in December, it was so busy and my eyes I was just like, oh my Lord, what is going on? I can't believe how bad it is and how poorly people were, and the age was dropping. There were people my mum and dad's age on there and the kids are obviously the same age as me, and I just couldn't believe it, and that made me want to help instead of running away.
She was going to study business and economics at Liverpool University. She had a place to start in September, and last year she obviously saw me coming home from work and I was like telling her tales of what I was doing, and I think she was slightly inspired, and then she did a total 360. The challenges that we've faced have been unbelievable. Personally and professionally, working alongside the most amazing colleagues that you'll ever meet. I'm going to cry, I can't do it. My dad got COVID late last year, and he was on the unit for 3 weeks actually. He fought a good fight, he was a great character. He did everything everybody asked of him.
When my granddad got taken ill, I saw how well he was looked after and the extra mile that all my mum's colleagues were going for. That made me realise that I was in the right profession, and it made me want to help the other families that couldn't see their family members.
It's just somebody's dying, the relatives aren't there, and you're holding the hand, they can't breathe, they're asking you, I'm dying, I don't want to die. And for us and my colleagues, it's been really tough to deal with those situations.
I'm obviously not like a proper nurse yet, so I was just doing the basic things like helping with washers and cups of tea and plaiting hair and all the basics like that, and chatting to them. And I think that's what they need, the patients. They need a friendly face, and that's what I want to be there for.
I've told her she's not to stand around, there's always something to do. Even if she thinks there's nothing to do, go and talk to a patient or fill up the gloves or empty a catheter bag. There's always something to do, and she's took heed of my advice.
There's always something to do. That is what she's told me. On my first ever shift on Boxing Day, she said, do not stand around. She said, I'll die if any of my colleagues tell me you stood around. I was like, okay.
Well, I've always been proud to be a nurse actually. My mum was always proud that I was a nurse. She used to say, this is our Jackie, she's a nurse, you know. But I think we're under a lot of pressure at the moment. Obviously I'm getting older now, whether I can keep up with that pressure, I'm not sure.
My mum is a tough nut. She's not stern, that's the wrong word. She is amazing. She's such an amazing woman. She keeps going, and she always used to tell me as a kid, like, keep on keeping on, whatever happened. But the pandemic didn't necessarily break her, but it did take a layer of braveness off her. And I think experiencing it firsthand as well, as a daughter, she then wanted to do better for all of her patients. So I think it's rewarding for her as a nurse and as a sister to continue on encouraging patients and keeping them going and keeping on, is what she says to me.